Jazz hands.
Ah!
La 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 la. La 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 la. Welcome to the Eagle and Badger show. You got the bald eagle, really, really bald. Here is the eagle and the la 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 la.
Badger.
Hello, hello, Badger. How are you?
Really, really shitty because I live in a queendom.
That didn't rhyme. We'll call
I
it
know.
verse. It was like it was like a haiku, but it could have been worse. So here you are on the Eagle and Badger show. This is the only place at 9:30 to go. Jazz hands! Yay!
Jazz hands.
Welcome, infidels! Yeah, you lovely, lovely infidels. You got the bald eagle here now, coming out of my musical man voice here, and of course the Badger over there. Now we're going to sound more like David Brinkley
with the jazz hands.
Oh, jazz hands are great.
Jazz hands up here. It's hard to do them up here. Like they're just supposed to be on the side, but then you can't see them.
It's like shadow puppets. You know, hi, hello, hello puppets.
Okay.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Wait. How do you do that? I can't do it.
Yeah. Walk like an Egyptian.
There we go.
Yeah. So for our next act, and hopefully Beth Lovelace, don't call me Linda, Beard is watching, we'll be tangoing tomorrow.
You're going to be tangoing? You're going to do the tango?
Why not? As long as you tango with me, because you know what happens when you get tangled up. When you tango on.
Yeah, Mama can't tangle.
We're not doing Twister. That's the only kind of tangling that's really a fun game to play when you get tangled up.
Mama can't tango. No, Mama can't tango. Sorry.
Can you? All right. What do you want? How about the electric slide then?
No clue what that is.
Cha-cha slide?
I'm a millennial. I know what the cha-cha slide is, but I don't know if I remember how to do it.
Same the electric slide, only with one extra step. How about Texas two-step or the achy breaky? Or what else do you know how to do?
None of the above. Sorry.
Welcome to the non-dancing on the left Eagle and Badger show. We must teach this Filipino girl some rhythm. How dare you? We haven't done How Dare You in a while.
How dare you?
How dare you? You shadow banned my screenshot. And that is exactly what's going on, by the way.
I looked at the settings like 3 or 4 times, and I'm telling you, the settings are the same as they've been since we started the show.
You know what I'm going to try to do? I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to eliminate some of the extra buttons that are on there. You know, you got like 6,000 buttons, and that could be my doing because I like to have all the controls on the thing, and then you get confused. It's like, go live feed. And I'm like, which one do I push? Because then it takes you to a different screen.
Okay,
and then it picks one.
Clay,
yes.
Stop touching the buttons.
Oh, man. That's my line.
Stop touching the buttons, Clay.
Badger, can I at least turn your knobs then?
Oh, my Lord Jesus. Clay.
What?
Oh, my God.
We've got the Woodpecker on here. We got John in a scurry-burry, and Rita, he shoots and scores the goal. Daniel Savoy, the Savoy Swatter. Okay?
Oh, I like that
Savoy
one.
Swatter. Oh, the Savoy Special. You never saw The Natural.
The Natural?
The Natural. One with Robert Redford, where he played the baseball player Roy Hobbs. He had a bat that was carved by a tree that was struck by lightning, and then it broke in like the last game of the season when it had to win the pennant or whatever. And then the little bat boy comes out and gives him his homemade bat called the Savoy Special. Bobby Savoy was the bat boy for the New York Knights baseball team. And the classic line in that movie was said by the recently passed Wilford Brimley. Remember him? Diabetes. Remember? God. She doesn't know how to break dance. She can't chop. Do you know anything?
I'm sorry.
God, girl. You need to spend more time down here in the Eagle's Nest. I'll learn you everything you need to know. But yes, the Savoy Special. Christina Rossi, Asti Spumanti. There she is. Dennis, the Alabama Slammer Thomas. Good to speak with you, sir. What a gentleman he is. You know, I'll tell you what. We have got to make a trip. You, me, and the Shell Bell. Get all the families and go to Alabama. What do you think?
Sure. Let's do it.
Let's
but
do it.
we can't do it till I'm off bond.
Oh,
Because
yes,
I'm not allowed to leave the state.
Can we now say you're a Bond girl?
I'm a Bond girl.
00 negative. The Badger Bond.
The Badger Bond.
Badger Bond.
Agent Badger.
Antonius Semlarius Maximus says Cocoon. Yes, he is right. Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon. He was also in
Wait, I remember Cocoon. Wasn't that about like aliens that like
Yep.
wrap people up like a cocoon? Oh, I got one.
Nope.
No?
They didn't wrap anybody up. They were good aliens. What they could do was take an older person and make sure that they never got sick, never got any older, and never ever died. And
Weren't they in like a big pool or something?
yeah, and they kept the pods in the bottom of the pool, and the aliens
Okay.
were inside. Yeah,
Okay. I remember.
and they had like a magic healing touch. It was a very the sequel wasn't as good. It did have Courtney Cox in it though. When Courtney Cox was young, she was a hottie. So we'll kind of give it 2 extra stars for Courtney Cox.
Okay.
In a nice tight nurse's outfit, but it didn't have its original cast. The first one had an all-star cast in it: Donna Michi, Maureen Stapleton, who's a great actress, by the way, Wilford Brimley. You had Hume Cronin and Jessica Tandy, who later became Driving Miss Daisy. And
yep.
I know.
So
Yeah, it was a really, really good. We got Michael Watchick. Hello, Michael Watchick. He says the video has no sound.
I don't know. Everybody else seems to have sound. They hear what we're talking about. So
He must have the same thing going on that I have with the pushing too many buttons.
yeah. What you
telling
guys don't
Michael?
understand is behind the scenes. Like we're late, like I don't know what, twice now, because we'll go to get on and we're like, okay, ready to go live, and you know this is what I get from Eagle. And I go, no, I can't hear you, and then you hear him go.
Uh-oh.
And he sits there for like 15 minutes, and you just watch his face get angrier and angrier. And then he turns red.
It's because I'm sunburned. It's because I'm red. You are discriminating against my redness.
And then Amanda comes in, and then I see the Amanda and the carrier pigeon, and they're just kind of like mute, going back and forth.
Jeffrey DeGabriel, back me up, sir. Technology and me don't mix. It's so good because I have 2 sites. I have 2 sites, and the other one was set up for me, and it's like plug and play. If you teach me how to plug and play, I'm great. But I have a complete inability to think in any kind of engineering or electronical terms. I totally admire
technology.
I know. I love when it's like, hey, switchboard. All right, I can do that. Wheels of steel are all hooked up. I can scratch like a rap star, man. But that's old days. Now it's all electronic. And it's like, I have to kind of go this way and say, can I just have the old school like Memorex where I put a tape in and press pause and play and give me an 8-track.
Not even a CD. We're going back to 8-track.
Darn right. That's what I want. Bring back 8-track tapes. That's I'm holding out for that. That's going to be the 8-track tape. That and 45s. With a little hole in the record and you stuck in the record player. And sometimes you'd get the little thing.
The small ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some of those.
I know. They're great Frisbees. Whoosh. Those things fly like a flippy fire. Stephanie, there's Stephanie Armstrong Masson, Sam, as we call her. Or we could call her Paul Masson. Another good one. You know, we have the most
sounds like
lovely
a French like dessert. Croissant.
No, Paul Masson. Who's a good, I think it's a champagne. You got Christina Rossi, Asti Spumante. You got Paul Masson. You got Jeffrey DeGabriel, James Niebel, everybody's French. I love it. It's like we have the French connection here is what we have. James Niebel, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Hope your mom is doing well, sir. Brian Buck, 8-track, bad idea. He's right. There's no players left. It's like trying to find a needle for a record player. And I like the sound of vinyl, but you know.
Oh yeah, it's hard because I have 2 different record players, and I actually had to buy a new record player just because it was cheaper to buy a new record player than to buy a needle for it. And it sucks because I have like this really cool vintage like plastic one from like the 50s, the portable ones. So cool looking, but I can't find a needle for it.
Nope, because you can't go to a radio. Yeah, because I good luck finding a Radio Shack anymore.
Yeah.
We used to trot on down, the needle would bust, and it would scratch up your favorite album. You know, I used to have all the Led Zeppelins and all the old Boston albums, and then what would happen? And then, you know, you'd be dragging ones, it would skip over your favorite song. I'm like, time to buy another new album. And then the needle would bust. You just replaced it, stuck it in there, all worked good.
I have a soft spot for the Beatles. That's my collector's items. I have Beatles and Beach Boys albums.
What now, Antonius Semlarius Maximus? I hope you heard that because the other night at his house, I had to listen to a bunch of dreadful Beach Boys songs. Oh my god!
How do you not like the Beach Boys?
How do you like the Beach Boys?
Are you kidding me? It's the Beach Boys. It's like Americana. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Since when was completely?
The show is over. The show is done.
It's done.
I can't talk to you anymore.
I'm gonna take my ball and go home. I'm gonna
take my badger and I'm going home.
They play like 3 chords, and they have great harmonies. Now, I will grant, they kind of reminded you of a lot of the boy bands of the 90s. The one thing the boy bands did well in the 90s, they could sing. The harmonies were fantastic. But here she comes in a close-up.
The Beach Boys to
the Backstreet Boys
of the 90s.
Oh, come on. Everybody liked the Backstreet Boys.
Would be slapped if I was in the same
No way.
Yes.
Nope.
Ah, God.
The Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. I thought you had some common sense. Backstreet Boys? You're saying the Backstreet Boys were on the same level as the Beach Boys?
What better? Yes.
Oh my God. I can't. You are not the man I thought you were, Clay.
Everybody now. Yeah. Rock your body now. Yeah. Rock your body better. Ha! Backstreet's
like
back
the
tonight.
Backstreet Boys.
Who do you like? That was your era.
When I was a teenager?
What?
I was the Moffats and Hanson.
The Muppets from Jim Henson.
The Moffats and Hanson.
We'll give you Hanson. Antonius Semlarius Maximus.
At least they played their own instruments, okay?
And they were a good 3-piece band. Hanson could play. The Moffats I don't know too much about. Jeffrey de Gabriel likes Z-Top. Actually, it's 2 Z's, so that'd be ZZ Top. We'll give him that. Shelley Gregoire says, Jesus, help this man. Lord and Jesus, help this man.
Exactly. Shelley, he just said that the Backstreet Boys are on the same level as the Beach Boys. I just had a seizure, man.
Well, you know what I would say to that? And you know what I would say to that in Beach Boys terms? A ba 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 badger. A ba 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 badger. So here we are on the Night Flight episode and the King Biscuit Flower Hour that we're having here on the Eagle and Badger show. Next up on the all request line will be Shelley Gregoire's favorite, Short People Got No Reason to Live by, who was that? Randy Newman. Remember that one? Short People Got. Now the show is really over. She knows back.
Wait, there's a song called Short People Ain't Got No Reason to Live.
You know who Randy Newman is. Randy Newman does extremely great like musical, like movie soundtracks, and his songs are always kind of parody-ish and funny. And he did one called "Short People," and it's hilarious. And then he did one that's about like the Cuyahoga River burning, and he has extremely good piano, kind of like Richard Cheese, and that's the key. You love these artists that can take and make a parody song. Everybody knows Weird Al. Weird Al is a genius. I think it's harder to rewrite a song and make it fit the words in the same tone or harmonies. I mean, The Saga Begins by Weird Al should have won Best Song of the Year, because to tell the entire story of the Phantom Menace in Star Wars done to American Pie. You do know that song, right?
No.
Bye,
I know Gangsta
bye,
Paradise.
Miss American. Jesus Christ, on a popsicle stick. Man, Badger. Badger, hang around with this ex-DJ, okay? I'll learn you about music, okay? You teach me about how to hook up this beautiful microphone from our Silent Patriots. Teach me that, and I will make sure you have absolutely grand and
mine's not
joy.
even set up.
It will be. Armand Plaisance Jr. is on here. Another Frenchman. He's our raging Cajun down there in Louisiana.
Yes!
Armand Plaisance.
I want to go to fucking Mardi Gras so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I went there for like 3 years, every year in a row, and then we just stopped going. And I'm like, I miss it so much.
Did you earn your beads?
The first year I did, yes.
Good. There you go. See? Just because you bypassed living in the fun times, which are known as the 80s and 70s, doesn't mean you didn't know how to live like we did back in the 70s and 80s.
I gotta tell you a story about my friend Jenny. She's gonna kill me. So we all went down there and we're like, we're gonna have a bead contest and see who can get the most beads, right? So I look over at Jenny, she's just covered in beads. And I'm like, my God, woman, right? Then I realized the reason why she's covered in beads is she got so drunk. She had pulled her top down on her dress and just forgot to pull it up. And I'm like, that's not flashing. That's cheating because it's not flashing. You're just walking around with your boobs hanging out everywhere.
What was her name again?
Jenny.
JENNY. Okay, so is her phone number 867-5309?
867-5309.
Yeah, there you go. That's now you're on a roll, Badger.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Getting this. See, you are catching up. Paula is a fox. She goes, I don't care for the Beach Boys. I love Journey. You know, it's not that I dislike the Beach Boys. Journey's okay. I can deal with Journey. Christy Cook says, I'm living. Right on. Brian Buck, The Falcon's Nest. Right on.
Can't touch it. See, I know the song.
Yep. Now, here you go for the Badger trivia moment. What song did MC Hammer take You Can't Touch This from?
Who did he take it from?
It was a cover.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Rick James. She's
Really?
a super freak. Super freak. She's super freaky. Yow. Oh, yeah. I'm Rick James, bitch. Yeah, that's right. John Burry. Melissa Miller. You know what we call Melissa Miller? I call her the M&M.
The M&M?
The M&M. Because she's about as small as an M&M, but man, can she rock it. That girl is a rock star. If you go back on my Facebook page all the way back to Gridlock days, you see her hanging out of her truck with her husband's flag on the opposite side of the road when I was on top of my car with my truck.
Yeah, I got on top of the van. I got on top of the van with a giant flag. It was like, ah!
It was the same day that I made friends with Shell Bell, and then I met Melissa and Skip. And Melissa and Skip were two of the several that went all the way out to Vegas and Carson City with us, Nevada. Melissa Miller, good to have you on here, Eminem. Girl. The troopers, man, they drove all.
Uh-oh. Clay is freezing now. Freezing now. Wait, Clay, where did you go? Oh. We lost Clay, y'all.
No, you lost the feed.
Clay, little Clay. Where did you go?
I'm right here. You're a chipmunk.
So we lost the eagle. Not sure where he went.
Can you see me now?
Oh, he's back. Clay is back. All right.
Yeah, you know it. There you go. Ba 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 badger. Shelly Greg was. That's what.
Yeah. That's what happens when you talk shit about the Beach Boys.
Oh, the Beach Boys. But you said you like the Beatles too. Now, did you like the doo-woppy Beatles when they first came over? Did you like the Sgt. Pepper Beatles when they actually were good?
I like both, but I like the doo-woppy Beatles more. The early Beatles. I enjoy both, but mine was like the early Beatles that I love the most.
Oh, so you liked them when they sucked. Okay, got it. All right. They really got, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When they first came over, it was like, good God. Love me do. I'm not wearing my shoe. Man. Sgt. Pepper is when they really became a genius band. That's when they all strung out on LSD. It's true.
They were good no matter what.
They were groundbreaking no matter what. But so was Chuck Berry. And you had Aretha Franklin. Now I love Aretha Franklin.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Aretha could sing.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was just beautiful, and like there's so many though, isn't there? Like the whole Motown movement was just amazing. Like
no, Atlantic Records is better. Atlantic Records was better. So while the Badger and the Eagle here do agree a lot on politics, we are definitely on opposite sides of the fence in musical taste. I'm right and she's not.
Etta James, you didn't like Etta James, don't you?
I like Rick James. He was okay.
Etta James.
Oh, John James? I like him too.
At last, it was me and Jeff's first, our first dance as our first dance at our wedding.
I heard it 6 million. I know the song. I heard it 6 million times working in the department store. Yeah, it used to be on the Muzak rotation. And every time I hear it, I have to like barf all over the soft lines department. It's like,
oh my God, Rita! Yes, she said she loved the Monkees. I love
the
Monkees.
Monkees. You know the Monkees. I think were while they never could play an instrument at all. The Monkees did they had a handful of good songs, and they were funny. And did you ever see the Brady Bunch movie? The comedy version of the Brady Bunch?
Like the not like when they first came out, but like the newer one?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a song that Davy Jones does, and they put like a grunge band behind him, and it's a really good song. It's called Girl. And you can find it if you want to download it. Yes. And he sings it, and then they go blah blah with the big. It's like he's looking around like this, and it's a really well done song. And they were making that. There's nothing better than, especially in movies or in music, self parody. You know, they say it's the most sincere form of flattery is parody, and he just went with it. And it was awesome. Christy Cook is on here. Crisco, she's like she sounds like you. Look like you were pooping. Okay, he was pooping when he froze. I did. I did.
Oh, Partridge Family.
Ugh.
Dolly Parton. Dolly is a legend. Dolly Parton.
Everybody likes Dolly. Now, James Brown, John Burry hit somebody there. James Brown, Tina Turner. I wasn't a big fan of like Private Dancer era, but Tina Turner had a voice that could really do rock well. And not rock well. Like, I always feel like somebody's watching me. But yeah, but she could sing rock. And there was a couple songs she did in her later career with like Bryan Adams, and she would give really good female soul to a poppy rock song. So yeah. Tonight on the Eagle and Badger DJ Hour, we are going to take requests for songs, and yes, we will be interviewing. Let's see, who's Badger's favorite performer of 1973? The guy that sang the Pina Colada song. So we're going to have him on as a special guest. He doesn't know that one either.
No.
If you like Pina Colada.
Wait, isn't that a Garth Brooks song?
No. That's I got friends. That's Rupert. I forget his last name, but he was getting caught in the rain.
No, Garth Brooks definitely does a cover song on that. If he's not the first one, he definitely does do one. Because I know the song, but I know it by Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks. You probably love him too.
I do.
Antonius Semlarius Maximus, please bail me out. Oh my God. Anthony has a video where it's like he's talking and he goes, I haven't had my phone all night because when we go to his house, I got to play DJ. Otherwise, man, I got to hear stuff that I never heard before. And it's like, sometimes it's like,
I know.
Yeah.
I go out on the boat with 2 old farts and I'm like sitting there going, can we get some good music on?
And then I jump on the DJ booth and you get good music. I know the good songs. Okay. I can. Yeah. Good. I got you dancing. Yes, I did.
Yep.
Yes.
I put on my 80s leg warmers and
and your Michael Jackson jacket with the zippers on the side.
Yeah.
Pink shutter shades. Penny loafers with no socks. The fedora. Remember the fedora phase? Oh man, we used to have these nice, awesome fedoras in the 80s.
You had a fedora phase when I was younger. I don't know if it was like the early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like, or if it was the 90s. We did have a fedora phase because I remember I had like 3 of them.
It's because you were into the what they used to call the juggalos. You were a juggalo, didn't you? Say you were like into the Insane Clown Posse.
I wasn't a juggalo. I was like 12, and I listened to ICP. Good Lord, I wasn't a juggalo.
You were a juggalo.
Wait, wasn't it Juggalette or something like that? They had different names for girls.
That's what you were in Mardi Gras. You were juggling your ettes. There is what you were doing. and getting bees. Yes, you were. So, did you have to wear any masks today?
Yeah, no. So, I had fun with that. So, I went to dinner with my boyfriend and my son and his girlfriend.
Jeff, plug your ears, sir. Plug them now. What you don't know won't hurt you.
My I'm telling. First was like really weird. I mean, not that I love her. She's so cute and she's so nice, but it was weird. Have you guys ever had that? Like, it's like, oh my God, my kid's getting old enough to have a girlfriend and we're going out to dinner. It was really weird. But I mean, I don't want to say like she's weird. She's not weird. She's really awesome. But like, I'm like, am I getting that old? My God, I feel old. Like my son's going in the Marines next year and I'm going out to dinner with him and his girlfriend. And I'm just like, ah!
When does he go into the Marines? What month?
March of next year.
Tip of the Eagle cap to you, sir. You be safe, be well. Thank you in advance for your service to the country. But yes, I told you one day you would regret calling this old bald eagle old because just like the Beach Boys and all that Partridge Family crap you like, everything bad comes back around again. Just like today's music is terrible. Always new wave. It always happens.
I'm like sitting there and they're cute and they were being very appropriate. It wasn't like they were like smashing faces or anything, but I'm like, this is so weird. I remember like pampering his little butt and like feeding him with Bubba.
Your eyes as a parent never age. And it's funny, as I noticed now that the carrier pigeon is pushing 9, she'll be 9 on Sunday, and her teeth now are coming in. Their face changes. I remember holding her like Lane's baby last Saturday could fit literally in the crook of your arm right here.
Yeah.
And I remember those days, and you put the bottle in and you rock them to sleep, and they're just purring like a kitten.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now she's like, Daddy, carry me. Carry you? It's
Yeah.
like slinging a, oh my God, it's like putting 2 golf bags over you. And I'm like, I can't always carry a kiddo. Pretty soon you're going to weigh, more than your dad. But that's what they do. They grow up, but you always see him as your baby.
Right. And it was really like, well, I'm like, okay, let's go eat. So they picked this like bar/restaurant in Marne, which is where he stays to go to school. And we walk in. Well, I have my medical issues where I can't wear a mask, but he's got asthma and she's got asthma as well. So the 3 of us can't wear these masks, right? Like, so we go in and I'm talking to the lady, and first of all, I look over and the whole bar is full of people sitting right next to each other, right? Not even a foot away from each other with no masks on. And I'm sitting there looking, okay. And she said, well, you guys have to have masks on. I said, well, we have medical conditions. And she goes, well, all 3 of you? And I'm like, yeah, all 3 of us. He's my son. He got it from me, right? So she's like, I gotta call my boss. And I'm like, that's fine. So I'm sitting there and, both the kids were like, oh, this is ridiculous. Everybody at the bar is sitting there without a mask on. And you're going to bother us about having a mask on?
Right.
So she literally comes over on the phone with her boss and she's like, we can't allow you in. And I'm like, so you're telling me that you're going to deny me service based on a disability? And she looks at us and says, yep, we are. And I'm like, okay, have a nice day. Like, it was insane. I'm like, you literally just admitted you're denying me service based on my disability. Like, that's illegal. That's illegal. But so we ended up just going to McDonald's and eating in a park. But it was just really weird because I'm just like, holy crap, these people don't even know the actual law, right?
Nope.
They don't even know, or not even a law because it's not a law. It's an order.
Yep.
Oh,
Sorry.
yep, we are. And I'm like,
Look what I'm watching. I'm watching you. Look, it's the Eagle and Badger show. Hey, say hi. Yay!
Yeah, with you. I can't with you. So like these businesses though, they're not even like looking at the order, right? Because in the order itself, it says if people aren't medically able to wear masks, you're not supposed to enforce it on those people. And they were like, no, get out.
Well, now the signs have changed and it says wear your mask. It's the law in big red letters.
Yeah, which is not a law.
I saw that on a door at a Speedway today. And I walked right in and bought a pack. Yep. I got one of my favorite canned iced teas, the Arizona iced tea, signature Arnold Palmer, half and half light. No mask. That was after I got back from my ultrasound. And they didn't ask me for a mask. I did. See, this baby bump here is Kamala Harris. She's growing out of my neck like a Manitou. And it's gonna be like that second head. Did you ever see the movie no, I doubt it. I'm not even gonna ask the question because I know you didn't see it. It's got Ray Milland and Rosie Greer in it. It's like the incredible 2-headed monster. And Ray Milland is just riding on the back of Rosie Greer. He was an actor, but used to be a football player. Big guy, hilarious, great actor too. And the special effects were so bad. And I said, yeah, it's gonna come out of my neck. Kamala, right here. She'll be like, and she's gonna look at me and go, "You're a racist! You're a racist! You're a racist!" Blah, 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 blah. And I'm gonna say, "Shut up." Yep.
Tell me you guys saw the like speech today. Joe Biden didn't even know what like position he interviewed Kamala for.
No,
he was like, Kamala is well qualified to be president.
But I do know the position that Kamala Harris was in to interview for that one.
Yeah, I do too.
Tell me about it. Oh. You mean the speech he had when they were in a lovely gymnasium?
I don't know where the hell they were, but I stopped watching it after like 5 minutes because like he literally was like so Kamala Harris is more than qualified to be president. And I'm like, you do know she's not going to be president. She's going to be vice president, right? And then going on and on about how little brown girls are now feeling better about themselves and confident in themselves. And I'm like, as a little brown girl, I never had a problem with feeling confident about myself. And I sure don't need Kamala to give me confidence.
What gets me is she's up there and already, and I saw your feed where you put on, that's how I caught it. I had to rewatch it. You put in the clown show begins. It isn't so much a clown show. Biden is already the clown. You now have P.T. Barnum in there is what he is. He is now going to, I'm sorry, not he. Kamala. No, we got to have the Kamala song. Ready? Kamala, la la la. Hey, Kamala, la la la. Hey, dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Kind of goes along with Slow Ride, which is exactly what Joe Biden is.
On her knees, trying to wreck the country.
And she will, because what you have now is you have a full-fledged push to the left. Okay. And I'm sorry, James Nebel. I love you too. Biden, I can abide in him because he's been around since Methuselah walked the earth. However, Kamala Harris is literally the worst.
She's the biggest racist in the world.
Right, because everything is an identity politic answer for her. And that is what you're going to have now for 3 straight months is, guess what? You don't agree with the fact that I let out felons in California? You're a racist because of it.
Racist.
Oh, by the way, you don't like the Green New Deal that you want to attack? 50, right, you're a racist. Oh, and by the way, Trump, you're a racist. Orange man bad. I mean, I'm sorry. I know that left-wingers will exist and always exist, and you will have those presidents again, but this woman is a leftist, and I have a problem with leftists. Lefties, I can deal with them all day long. Leftists who want to fundamentally sequester every right that you have, she's one of them. She may very well be the worst liberal senator in Congress. They fully embraced, or in the Senate, I'm sorry, all the way to the left. You'd think by now they'd go back maybe to the center. Oh, and that crap article that the New York Times, she's a pragmatic moderate. There is nothing pragmatic about her. And there
they
is
call her a moderate?
And pragmatic. She's not. She is a dogmatic autocrat. That is what she is. She is a take over your life by force liberal. Yep. That's exactly what she is. Cut from the cloth of Shifty Schiff, Nancy Stretch Pelosi, clickety clack as I call her, Maxine, I want to look like Bill Cosby Waters, and who the hell else is out there? Chuck, don't call me fat Amy Schumer. This is absolutely
Adeline Cortez. Here's the thing that I find really sad because Nancy and Chuck think they have control still, right? They don't have control. They've lost complete control to these crazy leftists like AOC and Kamala. All of them have taken complete control of the Democrat Party, and y'all need to get your shit back because it's like the Democrat Party isn't even an American system anyway. Right. It's socialist. It's communism. It's like absolute fascism at this point. And it's like, you used to be able to say, oh, I don't agree with the Democrats, and that's okay. I just don't agree with them. Now it's like, holy shit, they're trying to destroy our country.
Correct. And she is going to control Biden like Pinocchio. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be like, I want to be a real candidate. I want to be a real candidate as his nose grows. And Kamala, the minute that Joe Biden, here's how you're going to know when he's got serious problems going on upstairs with his old age diseases that he has. And it's a fact. I'm sorry. I'm saying it now. The man is slipping. He slipped again today in his, and I'll let you get to that because you brought it up, but he slipped again in his speech. But one of the most telling signs of Alzheimer's or dementia is the frustration when you know you're slipping. The very minute that Joe Biden feels like he's not in the top of that ticket, and he ain't, his name's going to be on the top, but she is.
No.
Okay. That's he is going to snap and say something so ridiculous. Will the medium call him out for it? Nope. They're going to say, oh, we have to understand. We have to understand that he's older. And blah, 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 blah. But if Trump said it, they would crucify him. Half the stuff. I mean, God, you look up the quotes that Joe Biden has said. If Trump said one of them, they would nail him to the cross, burn it, and then bury it 100 feet under the Titanic in the Marianas Trench. Period.
Not even stuff Trump said, but if you take things that some of these leftists are saying and just change out white for black, people would be losing their shit right now. Like, if I were to say, I want a black-only studying space, people are like, yay! If I were to say, I want a white-only study space, I would be crucified. They would drag me from my home and lynch me in the street because that's racist, but the other way isn't. They're literally taking everything we fought for as a country during the civil rights era, and they're trashing it. It's like, your grandparents fought to end segregation, and now you want segregation. What are you doing?
It's identity politics and the politics of personal destruction, period. That's exactly what that ticket is. They are going to have not one fact, because there is nothing that they've ever put their name to that's ever worked. Sure, they have ideas, all bad, okay?
Yep.
Whoever decided to put not enough lifeboats on the Titanic had an idea too, and it was bad, okay? That's the way it is. But what you have going on with Biden, he knows, because that conference, and you see Kamala, smiling, trying to be all soft. I'll do anything that Joe says, and I said 6 months ago that I would do anything for him. No, what you said 6 months ago, Kamala, was
evil white man.
You said evil white man, and you accused Biden of being a basic racist and a womanizing creep. Now you want to go ahead and talk out of a different side of your mouth, but she is the turnstile liberal. Oh, well, I'm going to pander to this crowd, and I'm going to tell them what they want because people do not have a long attention span anymore. And then I'll go back into the Disney World conga line and spin out this way and come out, and Jeff Bezos can tell me what I'm supposed to say on the next one, and then I'll go back out the other way, and I'll pander to this crowd. And meanwhile, Sleepy Joe's wondering what the hell he had for breakfast 25 minutes ago. And Kamala will run roughshod, okay? And I cannot for the life of me. Was it Maya Rudolph? Yeah, Maya Rudolph said it. She goes, oh, my God, they picked her. The woman has a track record of destruction in her own home state. Yet I will guarantee you tonight they win California. People just pull that D-lever. I mean, Kamala's going to be great. If she's been lousy for the last 25 years, how the hell is she going to become great overnight? She's never accomplished a damn thing.
Biden, you had 8 years to cure this country and make things better, and all you did was make things worse for minorities.
Yep.
Like, they don't look up facts at all. They just go, oh, okay, so Melissa Milano told me, isn't that her name, Alyssa Milano? I don't know. Whatever her name is.
Alyssa
Milano. She told me to vote for Biden, and I love her, and she's right, and I'm not going to do any research. I'm just going to do what they tell me to do. All right.
Alyssa Milano, and who's the other one? Rose McGowan.
Yeah. God.
Yeah, Rose McGowan. It's like the entire cast of the movie The Craft comes out, and I mean, seriously, if you have to listen to what Alyssa Milano tells you to do in order to formulate some sort of thought, I'm sorry, the woman is a drip. Okay, it takes us back a couple nights about how stupid actors are. No offense, Badger. These people are so fundamentally devoid of common sense, yet they're all millionaires. Okay?
You almost did it.
With the money that they are worth, you could call Marty Feldman or Gene Wilder, and you could get a brain transplant. I'm sorry, but that's what I do not understand. They have enough money to buy the time to think, but they choose not to because they know they're pandering to a crowd that is so fundamentally stupid. Damn it, I almost did it again. But that comes down, which one are we feeding on? I didn't see it on your page. We're just on the Eagle and Badger Show on YouTube, right?
Badger Show, YouTube, and a different page.
What's a different page? Why am I not told? Oh, you're snaking the page. I see how you are. This is why my controls don't work. This is also why I copyrighted the page, because I trust nobody. Badger. Ah!
It's a different page, Facebook page. You're paranoid as fuck.
Yes, I am. I trust no. You know what I do for a living. If I trusted people telling me, I never did that before. How successful would I be? But the bottom line is we should not trust any politician, because what you saw happen last night was a choice by a pandering politician who made a promise to select somebody of color and had 1,000 better options.
How racist is that, right? Like, I'm sorry, to vote for somebody just because they're black or to promote somebody just because they're black is also racist.
It's
like,
racist.
What the fuck? If I was running and I got nominated as president and I was like, I'm going to pick a white person, only a white person, I'm not even going to consider black people, they would freaking hang me.
Yes, like, exactly.
But it's okay for you to say, like, white people are evil or white people need to die. Some of them have said that, by the way. Oprah.
Oprah said that?
Yeah, several times. She said that several times.
I used to like Oprah. You know, Oprah used to give out books. And, you know, it's like nobody disliked Oprah before she went Rosie O'Donnell on the world. And it's like, you know, she went crazy. Just like the Washington football team.
Redskins?
No, you can't say Redskins anymore. They're now officially called the Washington football team.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're called the Washington football team. That's what they named it. Are you serious? Let me see. I can't see it. Washington. Oh my God, I'm done.
And you can guarantee Atlanta Braves. That's the last year you're going to be called the Atlanta Braves. Cleveland Indians. Sorry. Pittsburgh Pirates. Can't say pirate anymore because it has a connotation of pirates back in the 16th century that raped, pillaged, and plundered the Barbary Coast. So they'll probably be called the Pirates. They play more like the Pirates anyway. But the bottom line comes down is this is what they're doing. Everything since day one of this, the very minute that they couldn't get Trump out of office, the world laid on its ear, went down faster than the Lusitania, and is now rotting on its side like the Lusitania. And it starts with the First Amendment. Like you just said, when these people are believing what comes out of Alyssa Milano's mouth.
Right. God.
And then you question me on when I sit there and say, you might have 6 or 7 actors. James Woods has some sense. He makes when Mel Gibson isn't drunk off his ass, he makes a lot of sense. Maybe sometimes who's the other one that kind of goes either way? Eastwood. But I think Eastwood is also going the way of Joe Biden. When Eastwood spoke out and said he didn't like Trump anymore, Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Seriously? Yeah, I didn't know how to make that. I'm like, was he joking? Or
in some of his movies he's been making lately too, it's like this isn't entertaining at all. Like It takes a lot for me to not finish a movie because I always think maybe the end will explain what happened in the middle. And there was one, it was about the Paris train hostage situation. Me and my friend went and saw it in the movie and we left like halfway through it. We're like, this is horribly made. And I feel bad because they used the actual guys that saved this train or whatever. They used them in the movie, but I'm like, I can't sit through this. It's so freaking horrible. And usually I love Clint Eastwood movies, and I hated it.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
I can't even finish it.
I typically have liked just about every Clint Eastwood movie up until Trouble with the Curve. I thought that was
I don't think I saw that one.
I thought $1 Million Baby was one of the best films I've seen in years because she was great in it. Now, Eastwood played Eastwood, and Morgan Freeman is always really good anyway. He's kind of like Gene Hackman. You know, they show up in a movie, you know they're going to be good. But Hilary Swank really was good in $1 Million Baby. And that was a hard role for her to play. And she did about 4 or 5 really good films in a row. And she wasn't much of an actress when she was younger. But you have Hollywood now. Well, then again, I haven't heard much from them lately. Thank God. You can't go see a movie right now, which they haven't released a good movie in a decade anyway. And I can't name 5 films that I would truly feel like, my God, I want to go see it. Screw it.
There is one movie. There is one movie that everybody was so pissed off about. So it's called The Hunt. All right. So the basis of this movie is a bunch of liberal, like, privileged people end up hunting down conservatives, and everybody was really effing pissed about it. And I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was working on a speech or something, and I just kind of wanted like noise in the background, so I put that on. It actually turns out to be a really good movie. Like, it's really good. Like, in the end, the conservative ends up winning and ends up proving the point that what they're doing is wrong. So, like, y'all need to watch that movie, because everybody's like, I will never watch that movie and it's horrible. And I'm like, nah, it's actually really good. It ends really good. So that's a good movie.
Well, what was it?
The Hunt.
The Hunt. Who was in
The
it?
Hunt. Was that Hilary Swank? I think it was Hilary Swank. Well, I want to look it up.
That's why I'm asking you. I don't know.
I think it was her.
And that's the thing. I'm sure there's some decent movies that have been made, but they're probably all sitting in development hell right now because, you know, and of course, you know full well, okay, how much these actors and how much a movie costs. Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
Okay. When these actors are worth hundreds of millions of dollars, okay, and they can't show up because they have to represent The Mask, okay, in Hollywood, where when you do a love scene in Hollywood, you can't be any closer to somebody unless you're in a porno, okay? So they are fully tested. These folks have world-class healthcare, way better than we could ever get. So this is all symbolism over substance. They can have their rights, but you can't have your rights. And they have the ability to tell you how to live your life. People like Dennis, who had trouble in a Taco Bell today. Trouble. After I was done with the doctor visit, I told Dennis, I said, I can't get to you until about 5. Called him shortly after that. And talks. This is a Southern gentleman who wanted to go in and pay Taco Bell to eat. And they kicked him out for The Mask. Are you kidding? What's going on now, because you have these idiots in Hollywood making these I'm accountable, I'm responsible videos. That,
oh my God.
If that is how well they can act, thank God I'm never going to go see a movie again, because they are worse than baseball teams right now. However, when you are now teaching your employees that it's okay to give really lousy ass service, there's going to come a day when the masks do come off, and now they are in a habit of treating you like crap. And now the government has you by the short hairs, because in the beginning, I think most of the service workers just said, can we just get back to normal, please? And they should have done it on May 2nd, because now if this goes on for another year, they're going to be ingrained. Well, you could do whatever you want to somebody in service.
Yeah.
And how you going to fire that bad employee a year from now for telling off a customer? This is not. Yep. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, what's interesting about Hollywood too, and I know this because I have friends that still work in the film industry, is they're telling us as normal everyday citizens who, you know, maybe the mom and pops own a little store that we can't open because it's too dangerous. Yep. I'm telling y'all right now, Atlanta is a very big film hub right now. And I'm telling you right now, they're going back to work. In fact, my friend works on a TV show and he just went back to work last week. So,
Which TV show?
I can't say that.
Is it The Walking Dead? Because The Walking Dead is filmed in Atlanta. We've been waiting for the whole year for the finale of last year.
There's a lot of shows that are filmed in Atlanta. They got all of our business after Snyder cut the film credits off.
Yep.
Or the tax credits off. Yeah, they're Hollywood's back to work. They're filming. I know this for a fact. And but they're still telling us that we're selfish if we don't wear our is this better? I hate having this thing in front of my face.
But how are they going to release? How are you going to socially distance in a movie theater? So if you do not pack the house, you know how fast movies are in theaters and out of theaters, right? 2 weeks after they're on Netflix or whatever, or they went straight to DVD. So if a movie costs what, $100 million for a moderately priced movie now, this is not, okay, we're going to spend $14 million in 1975 and make The Towering Inferno and have to split the cost between 2 studios. These are $100 million for crap movies, okay? To make that money back, it not only has to almost break even in America, but it has to make triple its money in overseas markets. How are they going to do that and still respect these 6 feet spaces? Because if the movie theater holds what, 250 people max? Mm-hmm. If you divide that by 6 seats, or maybe 3 seats, but they're 2 feet wide, I don't know. Those movies have to play for a year to make their money back, and none of them are any good. So TV shows.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, theaters don't make their money. Most of their money doesn't come from ticket sales. Most of it comes from concessions. Yep. But what they're doing right now is they're charging people what film came out? I can't remember what film came out. There was a film, or films are coming out now on schedule, but they're going directly to Google Play, so they're charging you $20 for a 4-hour window I don't know, it's 48 hours or something like that to view it. So they're still making their money, and actually they're probably making more money that way because you don't have to pay for the theater, you don't have to pay for, so the film industry itself is probably making a shitload of money that way. But the theaters there's a lot of theaters that aren't going to reopen.
Nope. That's the sad thing. They're going to die with the malls. And when we used to love to go
plays, stage theater, we don't even, somebody told me the other day, because I graduated from a program at Civic Theater. Somebody told me the other day they might not even have a school of theater anymore because of COVID shutting down, which is sad. Yep. That's our only community spot where you can go get an education in theater and musical arts without having to leave Michigan.
That's right. And that's what they're going to do, is the fact that the malls were already dying before this hit. They're really dead now. And attached to every mall is typically a cinema, which is one of the last remaining money makers in that whole mall, because all the anchor stores are gone. Yonkers is gone. Macy's is dying. JCPenney's is on the way out. Who opens Sears anymore? So if you don't have anchor stores, who's going to shop at the Gymboree or the TJ Maxx inside? Those will go next. And the movie theaters that can't even let you in. And even if they did, there was a time when we would go to the movies on a weekend. It didn't matter what you saw. You went for the ability to see the movie. Same with sports. So when the sports were, you could actually get there without having to spend half of your paycheck, to go and see a game where your team loses 47-10. It's not even close. Who the heck would go to watch the Washington football team? Okay. Or a movie like Halloween 63, whatever they're up to now. Now, if the production values have gone down, if it doesn't cost as much to make the movie and then go direct to video, sure. Say it costs them $3 million. But why do actors still make all that money?
Because we're important.
Because of the actors union. Yep.
They can pay if you're not part of the Screen Actors Guild, they can pay you crap. They can pay somebody that's doing the same role I am without my uni.
Uni.
Sorry, it's called some people call it a union card. They can pay me. Yeah, they can pay, if I don't have one, they can pay me half of what they're paying somebody else. So I get the need for it,
I don't
Oh my
get the
God.
need for it. Audra, I'll be right back. Hold the phone.
No. I gotta go. I just got a text message from my other cousin. My cousin passed away. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yes, you got to take that. So, guys,
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
yes,
I'm so
at the
sorry,
exact-
guys.
At the exact 1 hour mark, we're going to let Audra go ahead and do her thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yes, we'll pick this up again tomorrow. Audra, I'll call you in a little bit, make sure that what's going on. Guys,
Yeah.
Eagle and Badger Show, we love you. A lot more to come covered tomorrow that we can get to tonight. Audra, take care of what you got to. We love you. Family matters
Bye,
always
guys.
come
Sorry.
first, folks. That's who you're essential most to. We love you. Eagle and Badger Show. Like it. We'll